We're going to worship.
Good morning, everyone.
We are to worship Him in the
Happy
beauty.
Thursday. Happy Thursday.
I want every hand lifted.
Listening to the Bishop Paul
If you want to
Morton.
close your eyes, go ahead and close them, but I want you to
Bow
focus
down and
upon
worship
Jesus.
him.
For He alone is
Good morning.
worthy
Good
to be
morning.
worshiped and worthy to be adored.
We'll
Can
give
I
you a
get
few
an
minutes to
amen
come on in on this
Can I
Thursday.
get an amen on that? The
I
Bible
don't know how many of you are
records
really
in
enjoying
Matthew
this
2,
fall weather. Like
it says, when
the
wise
temperatures are cooling off.
to the place where
Like
Jesus
I'm
was,
looking forward to the fall season. I know that much. So we're going to give y'all a chance to come on in this morning. Hey, good morning, good morning, good morning.
everybody say, fell down.
You get out. I would really appreciate it if you would share out the video this
They
morning.
worshiped him, and the
Won't be with you
scripture
too
says,
long.
and then
I want to talk about the
their
Rocket
treasures
program. Hey there, Lady Tam.
they
Hey, sweetheart. Good morning, good morning. Asking you to share out the video this morning. Hey, good morning, y'all. Come on in, come on in, come on in. Going to talk about Rocket this morning, how to rock your speaker and teacher and live platforms. Listen to the Bishop Paul Morton. Bow down and worship him this morning. It's so relaxing. So relaxing. Come on in. Come on in. I'm going to talk about how to dominate your speaker, teacher, and live platforms with an upcoming training that I have. Hope everything is going great. Looking out my window here and kind of exciting that fall is just around the corner, just a few days away. Where has the year gone, y'all? Where has the year gone? So if you're on this morning watching, I want to say good morning. Share out the video for us. We're at 8 folks. Y'all are coming on in. Y'all are coming on in. Happy Thursday. Happy Thursday. Keisha Sharp Jefferson. Keisha Sharp Jefferson, wishing you a marvelous day. Are you doing okay today? Talk to me this morning. How are you doing out there this morning? Give me a thumbs up. That means okay as well. That means good. Give me an okay. You know, you can even give me one of those emojis which kind of go like, like, I don't know. Oh gosh, we've got 10 people on. My magic number is 10. So when we get 10 folks, I'm ready to go. So y'all, thank you for coming in here today. For those of you who are on, I want to encourage you to share out the broadcast this morning when you get a chance. If you're driving, of course, don't do that. But if you're not driving, if you're settled, share out the broadcast for us. Hey, Lady Tam says, I'm good, ready for fall as well. Yes, ma'am, I'm so ready for fall. Like, it's absolutely one of my favorite seasons of the year. And got to give a shout out, y'all, before I begin this morning. Getting ready to get started, but got to give a shout out this morning to my amazing and wonderful husband. He absolutely turns, well, I won't tell his age. Well, I don't think he minds. It's 48. So his birthday is today. So as soon as I finish with you all, I'm going to go and just love on him real good and take him to breakfast and all that kind of stuff and show him some love. And then we'll continue the celebration into the weekend. Okay. So I want to wish him, Mr. Marcus, Dr. Marcus Jefferson, Minister Marcus J. Jefferson, a happy, happy birthday on this Thursday. And for all of those of you who have September birthdays, happy birthday to you. I know the fall season is just around the corner, one of my absolute favorite times of the year. So we're going to go ahead and get started, okay? Turn the music down and go ahead and get started. So welcome in on this Thursday. I had to think about that for a second. Thursday morning, I'm Keisha Sharp Jefferson. And listen, let me go right to it this morning. So I have begun a program that I'm going to feature every month at this point. Every fourth Sunday, I'm going to make myself available to train you. Why am I doing that? I am a 25-year veteran professional communicator. And there is a what do you call her? She's a consultant. Her name is Jay Stone. And I remember listening to her one day say, we've got all these people in the coaching industry and all of these people who are entrepreneurs. However, she said, my expertise is teaching people how to brand their business. She said, I don't have time to teach people about email and to teach people how to be bold and confident on camera and to teach people how to write and to teach people how to do Facebook or to teach people how to work social media or how to do lives. And she said, some of you, if you have that talent, she said, you should use that gifting to teach other people. And the light went off with me. And I said, you know what? You have a experience, Kisa, with being, first of all, a broadcast news anchor. Not saying this to brag. I'm telling you my experience and what I want to do to be able to help you. Okay. I know that there are a number of you who are business owners, who are ministers, who are teachers, who are speakers. And I think I even mentioned business owners as well, but you lack the confidence to go and stand out in front of other people. You lack the confidence. You may lack the wherewithal, the tools to get up every morning and say, you know what? I want to do a live platform, but I don't know where to begin. So guess what? I'm going to show you. You don't have to delay any longer. You don't have to wait. I have a background as a news anchor and reporter. I started off in Tuscaloosa, Alabama on the radio, moved to Tupelo, Mississippi, the hometown of Elvis. Yes, I did. Yes, I did. Moved to Montgomery, my hometown, for 9 months, worked at WAKA there, and then moved to Birmingham to work at ABC 3340, okay? So after that, I left and I became a crisis communicator with the American Red Cross. So I traveled all over the country, talking about disasters, talking to network news chains about how the American Red Cross is responding to disaster. You talk about stress, waking up in the middle of the night or getting a call to say, hey, there's been a storm in Boston, Maryland, and we need you on the plane tomorrow. And we need you to talk to members of the media. Yeah, that was my life back then. Left there, came to Alabama Power to be a spokesperson. And as you know, Alabama Power sometimes deals with crisis as we deal with storms and power outages. So part of my job there was writing, but also dealing with members of the media and talking about Alabama Power initiatives, et cetera, power outages, et cetera. Had a fun time there. I tell you, that was really, really a fun job, you know. But what did I do? I leaned on all of my 25 years of experience as a communicator. Started back in 1994 at the tender age of 18, 19, back at the University of Alabama. So I have a career in this. But even with that, I hesitated. I'm sharing my story because I don't want you to do what I did. And for those of you who are on, would you be so kind to share the broadcast out? I know it may be a little early and it may be an awkward time as people, I'm kind of testing some things out, but it may be a little bit of an awkward time as people are going to work, et cetera, et cetera. But anyway, we'll trust them to get the information a little bit later. Trust them to get the information a little bit later, but please share out the broadcast because there are some people who need to hear this, who are connected to you, who need to sign up for the class. So anyway, that's my background. As a broadcast news anchor and as a career and professional communicator. I currently am a radio commentator on kcastradio.com, the letter K, cast, C-A-S-T, kcastradio.com. I'm also a writer for the Birmingham Times. I write a column dealing with change because why? We're all in the midst of change. And I'm also a social media, I guess you would say, influencer. I go live, I host programs, I do a self-care Saturday. That comes up on September 26th, the 2nd and 4th Saturday, we do self-care Saturdays. And y'all, I hesitated to get into these waters. I hesitated. I have my own YouTube channel, Kisa Sharp Jefferson. You can look me up for motivational, inspirational videos. I constantly upload there. There are some of you who have a platform. There are some of you who have an audience. Your business owners, your ministers, you have a desire to be speakers. You may even be a teacher or a trainer or a person who says, you know what, I'd like to teach people how to do such and such. And I need to understand how to do that, but I don't have the confidence. That's where I can help you, okay? So this is a great time. And y'all, let me tell you something. Information, online courses, if you study this out over the next couple of years, that income and that industry is going like this. That industry is going like that. Hey, good morning, Tina. Hey, good morning, Tina. Thank you so much for tuning in. I'm asking people, whoop, sorry about that, y'all. I just hit a wrong little button. I'm asking people to share out the video. But here is the course. It's rocket.keisasharp.com. But listen, the information online course industry, the dollars in that industry are expected to continue to do this, to soar. They're expected to continue to blow the roof off of it. If you have an expertise, if you have a gifting that you believe that you're supposed to share with other people, if you just want to start a YouTube channel, this is your time. I am availing myself to be able to help you sit down and connect with your audience. What can I do? I can give you the keys to having confidence on camera. What can I do? I can show you how to connect with your audience. It's not just about sitting down and showing up. It's not just about having your makeup on just right. It's not just about, being cute. There's an art form to connect with people. I can show you how to write for social media. I can also give you live practice and give you a critique, because why? You'll only become better when you actually go ahead and step out into the waters. I have a background as well as a media trainer. While working at my corporate communications job, I trained other people in different sectors of the company. My particular arena was public relations. There were many sectors within the company, but my particular arena was public relations. And one of my jobs was training others in other departments on media relations and communications. I want to make that available to you. Common objections I make here. So it's rocket.keisasharp.com. If you have a desire, let me go ahead and post this here. Rocket, and that's ROCKIT, not rocket like the rocket that flies, but rocket like shut it down, like rocket like make it happen, rock it, or like throw a rock at it, rockit.keisasharp.com. Cost $59.99. Here's why I don't think that's a bad deal. Because you get an opportunity and you have access to that. What we're going to do, we're going to record, okay? We're going to record that video, that training. So as a participant in the class, we've already had people who've signed up. It's going to be a limited number of seats. So we've already had people to sign up. So not only do you have access to a veteran communicator, listen, you can easily go and pull up a YouTube video, okay? There are all types of people on YouTube telling you how to do this and how to do that. YouTube is one of the most searched platforms on social media. Outside of, I don't know what the number one is, but it rates very high. Lots of people are on YouTube. Lots of people will tell you what to do. But if you are like me, I am the type of person whom I need a person to be able to talk to. I like to be able to ask questions. And I also like for a person to hold me accountable. So when a person holds me accountable, when I'm able to ask that person questions, I do better. I show up differently. So the investment for you, $59.99. but you have access to me. And and not just me, that's not the important part. The important part is the experience that I bring. 25 years of communications, 25 years of connecting with people, 25 years of being able to write for various platforms. Because could it be in how you're describing your program, you've got, let me give you an example. You're writing, but do you know one of the ways to connect with people on social media? Where you're writing and you're telling people, hey, buy my program. Hey, I sell cakes. Hey, I'm going to be here this Saturday. Hey, I need you to support me. Hey, why don't you do this? And you're like, well, I'm showing up. I'm telling people where I am. I'm showing people the product that I'm selling. Understand what I said. I didn't say tell people the product you're selling. I said connect. And there is a way you connect with people. Okay? And I've got to tell you, it's not just barking orders to them. It's not just barking orders to them. Hey, Cynthia, that's my friend Cynthia. Cynthia says, great idea. Cynthia's my sister from another mother out of Montgomery. So it's not just about you telling people where you are. It's not just about you putting the information out there on social media. How do you connect with your audience? I can show you. Some of you, you're there, but you just need that tip. You need that step, which is going to cause you to pivot over. Others of you say, well, I do, I've been having these thoughts. Others of you fall into the camp that I did. You have this thought and you say, I really want to go online and I really want to motivate people. I really want to encourage people, but I can't do that. I look at some other people who are already doing it. The market is too crowded. It's already too many people out there. There's no way that people are going to listen to little old me. That's what some of you are saying. That's not what I'm saying. That's what some of you are saying. There's no way that they're going to listen to me. How can I have a voice in that which is crowded? My question is, what if that person who you're listening to, what if they would have said the same thing? The person that you're looking to on social media, the person that you're admiring on YouTube, the person that you're going to, and you're saying how some of you are looking at me and saying, well, she can do that because she has this background of media. Y'all, let me tell you. I waited, I hesitated. I had this idea years ago, 3, 4 years ago, maybe even longer. And I hesitated. I didn't go ahead and jump out there. Why? Because believe it or not, the 25-year broadcaster was afraid. I was afraid. Let me say it again. Imagine that. Am I talking to anyone this morning who you believe you have a word, you want to start a YouTube channel, you want to experience what I would say, connecting with people. You believe you have something that you would share with people or could share with people, but it just seems far reaching to you. You don't really know how to do it. It's not. And I kind of feel like and let me just say I understand because that's what I went through. And sometimes I feel and believe in my heart that I go through things in order to help other people. When I go through things, I want to help other people. So if I can help you, go ahead and get out there. If I can help you not wait and not delay your impact in the marketplace, no matter who you see, all of these people we admire, Iyanla Vanzant, I could say, oh, I don't want to come out and I don't want to do a self-care Saturday. I do a self-care Saturday every second and fourth Saturday. And I could say, I don't want to do a self-care Saturday because there are too many people out there. I'm not Iyanla Vanzant. I am not Lisa Nichols. She's another one of my mentors. I am not this person, Allie Brown, one of my business mentors. And she has a podcast. I could say, I'm not these people. Well, you know what? You're darn skippy. I'm not. You're darn skippy. Because why? Because God didn't create me to be those ladies. God didn't create me to be those ladies. God didn't create you to be anyone else. Princess Melanie D. Gaines says, yes, indeed, you're talking to me. Sweetheart, rocket.keisasharp.com. Yes, it's $59.99, but you will have access to a training that even that night, okay, you go through it that night. Faith does not come by just hearing. Faith comes by hearing and hearing, the Bible says, by the word of God. That's a continual present tense active. You can go back. You can pause me. You can go back. And in fact, I'd encourage you to. So you have lifetime access to that. Once we finish the training, I'm going to post it on my website and people are going to pay for that training. It's a minimal investment. What is $59.99 to invest in your future? You'll sell one cake. You'll sell two cakes at $30. I paid for a friend of mine who does cakes. I paid $45 for her cake. Why? Because I believe in investing in other people's businesses. I believe in that. I believe in investing in other people's business, and particularly people who look like me. Should I say that? Particularly, I'm not opposed to anybody else, but I make it a point to invest in African-American businesses because I am an African-American business owner. So $49.90. So I paid $45 for a cake. Okay, to support her business, but also to be a blessing to my husband for his birthday. Okay, but also, this is $59.99. So sure, it will be an investment into my business, but most importantly, it's an investment into you. And to me, this is something that I can do because I have been trained and I'm giving this away to you. I'm always going to give you more than what you bargained for. So you have access to me that night. We start at 6 p.m. We will go until 9 p.m. If needed, we will go longer. Okay. We already have half of my targeted slots filled up. The class will sell out my targeted slots. And at that point, I'll consider whether or not I'll open it back up again. It will sell out at $59.99. That's a steal. And you have access to be able to learn how to confidently stand before people and share your message, your gifting, or your product. I'm calling you out of your comfort zone, and I am asking you, if I am speaking to you, to go ahead and sign up. Don't you think it's amazing how I told you I hesitated? Excuse me, nose is running a little bit. I told you I hesitated, and it took me years to be able to do this. Years. I don't want you to wait that long. I don't want you to. There are people who need your service. There are people who need to see your gift. There are people who need to hear your message. Social media, being a teacher. There's some of you who you won't take speaking invitations because you're afraid. Well, it'll be all eyes on me, or you've never considered being a speaker, or they've asked you to speak at a program and you thought, I could never do that. Y'all, do you know that there's a thing that's called glossophobia? Glossophobia, do you know what that is? It's the fear of public speaking. I've got to type that down. Glossophobia is the fear of public speaking. And it is one of the top fears behind death. I think the fear of death may be the number one fear. Let's see, fear of public speaking. Put that over in the comments. Okay. It is one of the top fears, even behind death, or it ranks right up there with it. More people say than almost anything, they're afraid of standing up in front of people. So I know that I'm on to something. If I'm talking to you, I am asking you to go to rocket.keisasharp.com. Go ahead and sign up before the slots are gone. Well, why would you do that? Because you want to create an opportunity for yourself. We are in unprecedented times where those of you who are business owners, where those of you who are speakers, those of you who are trainers, those of you who are inspirational speakers, those of you who are ministers. Oh my gosh, what an amazing time to be called into the ministry. What an amazing time, because you not only get to connect with people in your church. You know, before we would have had to go to the church house. Praise the Lord. That's what we did. We went to the church house to connect to the minister. There are people who are open now to the world. Think about that. Think about that. Think about that for just a second. Why should you sign up for rocket.keisasharp.com? You can connect with people across the world. The world, not just Birmingham, not just Montgomery, where some of you all are watching me from. Who will be bold enough to say this morning that they have a fear of public speaking? They're afraid to do a YouTube channel. They probably would like to start a YouTube channel, but they don't necessarily know how. Who would be bold enough to tell me that? Who would be bold enough to say that you do know that you have a message and you have a desire to go on Facebook Live more often, but you're often afraid? You often are afraid of doing that. Who will be bold enough to say, and I'm pulling this hair down because I've just about had enough of it being up. I'm looking at it and I'm like, no, you need to come down here. You need to come down. Who would be bold enough to tell me that? Who will be bold enough to tell me? Do I have anybody who's on the line that I'm speaking to? Maybe you'll say it a little bit later on the replay if you're watching on the replay. Who will be bold enough to tell me that? Rocket.keisasharp.com. Let's talk for just a few more minutes before I close out this morning. I want you to go ahead and sign up if you're on the fence. I want you to go ahead and sign up. I'm asking you to share the video because you may be connected to people who need the information. The cost, you may say, well, Keisa, I hear what you're saying, but here's the deal. That, why are you charging us $59.99? Or, dang, that, for me, that's a lot, $59.99. Here's what I encourage you with. And this is how, when I invest in, let me give you an example. I'm a coach. I have invested in another coach to mentor me. And I have invested at increasing intervals. I started off with a smaller amount, $47, went on to invest $147 with this coach, have gone on to invest increasingly more. Why? Because I don't see it as me losing when I invest in my gifting and talent. It always comes back. And right in the middle of me being in the coaching program, in which I've invested in right now, I'm not going to tell the price, that wouldn't be fair to her, but I have started, I get ideas in the middle of it. I get encouragement in the middle of it. And it moves me to a place where I'm able to do some things and I get my investment back, because this is the way I see it. I'm going to invest in this program with the idea that when I finish this up, I'm going to be able to immediately implement something that is going to allow me to make my investment back. It absolutely is $59.99. It's a steal of a deal. You can sell one product or two products. You can create a program. You can host an event in which you will get that money back. $59.99. Okay, and I'm talking to Miss Melanie. I am always afraid to go live, but I do it afraid. Princess Melanie, I would love for you to sign up for the course, because I can teach you. I love the fact that you say that you are afraid, but you do it anyway, because listen, I had to show up in the mechanism in this platform too, doing it afraid. I know that there are other people who are out there who are like you. Listen, we all do the same things. I think, Princess Melanie, you make some candles or scrubs. You're a maker just like myself. What I'm saying to you is this market is large enough where there are always going to be other people who do what you do. There is room for someone else. And when you invest in someone else's business, me and my husband talk about this all the time. When you invest in someone else's business, people will invest in your business. So yes, I know there is a price tag associated with it, but it will be worth your investment to be able to pick up. Now, what can I do? I can give you the keys to confidently create that YouTube channel, to confidently accept those speaking engagements, to confidently show up on your live platforms on social media. Here's what I can't do. I can't make the step for you. I can't turn on the live button for you. I can't record the video for you. No, you have to do that. But you'll be amazed. It's all about training. Even though I'm a communicator, I had to get some training on how to show up. And it's not about being perfect. It's just about doing it. So I'm going to leave you with this, rocket.keisasharp.com. Princess Melanie, I would love for you to sign up if it sounds like something you're interested in. And whoever else I'm out there talking to this morning, I'd love for you to sign up if it's something that you're interested in. Rocket.keisasharp.com. I hope that you all have an absolutely amazing Thursday. And I will see you again in the near future. This will sell out, but if this is something that you're interested in, $59.99, rocket.keisasharp.com. Hope y'all have an absolutely amazing day, everyone. I'll talk to you a little bit later. $59.99. Our slots are already filling up. I've already met half just from debuting yesterday. This will sell out, but I want you to participate if you're on the fence. I can assure you it will be worth your investment. Rocket, ROCKIT.KeisasHarp.com. Have an amazing day.